Now a new conversation, Cyberegalive. Building digital trust is how we thrive. Navigate risk, enable trust. Build resilience for future. Cyberegalive.
Hi there. Thanks everyone for watching the sixth episode of the Digital Trust Decoded series on my YouTube channel Cyberegalive, where we went through the perspectives around DPDP, India's data protection law, and the Gen AI dimension most organizations are missing. And welcome today to this seventh episode titled Zero Trust Architecture Explained Why the Perimeter is Dead. Happy viewing. Enterprise security built on the old castle walls has collapsed. Cloud, remote work, SaaS, and now autonomous AI agents have erased the idea of a trusted inside. What replaces it is zero trust. Never trust, always verify. Applied to identities, devices, networks, applications, and data. In this episode, I'll walk you through why that shift is non negotiable in 2026 and how organizations can start building a roadmap that works. An attacker who breaches your perimeter today doesn't need to break in again. They're already inside. And here's the uncomfortable part: most networks still treat inside as trusted. Today, I want to walk you through why that model is broken and what actually replaces it. It's called Zero Trust Architecture, and if you have not looked at it properly yet, 2026 is the year to start. For 20 years, enterprise security was built on a castle metaphor: strong perimeter, firewall, VPN, etc., keeps attackers out. Once you are inside, you are broadly trusted. That assumption has been falling apart for years. And honestly, in 2026, it's basically finished falling apart. Cloud means there is often no single perimeter to defend. Remote work means employees connect from networks you don't control. Contractors, SaaS platforms, APIs, they all need access that crosses whatever perimeter is left. And now, autonomous AI agents are starting to access systems and take actions without a human in the loop at the moment of access. There is no clean inside and outside anymore. There's just a constantly shifting set of identities and systems asking for access from everywhere all the time. That is where zero trust comes in, as we can see on the right side. Now let's look at what does zero trust actually mean. NIST SP 800-207 lays out this clearly. The principle is deceptively simple: never trust, always verify. No user, device, or system is trusted by default, including things already inside what used to be your perimeter. Every access request gets evaluated on its own merits every single time. This is not a product you buy, it's an architecture. Identity verification, device checks, network segmentation, and continuous monitoring, all working together to replace a one time gate check with ongoing evaluation. Now let's look at the five pillars of zero trust which makes this practical. 1. Identity. Every request tied to a verified identity, human or not, with multi factor authentication and risk based access. 2. Device. Is a device healthy and compliant? An outdated laptop gets treated differently than a fully patched one. 3. Network. Microsegmentation replaces flat internal networks, so an attacker who gets into one segment can't freely move to the next. 4. Application and workload. Access is governed by policy, not by where the request physically comes from. 5. Data. Not all access is equal. Viewing a public dashboard and exporting a customer database deserve very different scrutiny. Now comes the non human identity problem. Here is the part most organizations haven't caught up to yet. The fastest growing identity category today is not human. Service accounts, API keys, automation scripts, and now AI agents that take multi step actions across your systems. These non human identities already outnumber human accounts in most environments, often by a lot, and they get a fraction of the scrutiny. Service accounts created once and never revisited. API keys with no expiry and no clear owner. An AI agent with standing access to your CRM or your finance system to do autonomous tasks. That's the zero trust question most security teams haven't asked yet. The fix is the same standard you would apply to a human: verified identity, least privileged scope tightly, time bound access where you can manage it, and monitoring for anything that looks unusual. Now let's look at the roadmap. You cannot do zero trust as one big project. Organizations that try fail. Start with identity. Strong authentication for both human and non human accounts. That's the foundation. Then get visibility. You can't segment or verify what you can't see. Build the inventory. Then micro segmentation incrementally, starting with your highest value systems. Then build continuous monitoring that treats every access decision as provisional, not permanent. The organizations furthest along this journey didn't start by buying a product. They started by asking what access exists today that we genuinely cannot account for. That's the last part. Audit. This is uncomfortable. It's also exactly the right place to start. And to conclude, zero trust. It's not a product, it's a mindset shift, and one that's becoming a non negotiable as AI agents start operating inside your systems. Next week, we will take this forward in the session on digital identity in the age of AI, where we cover synthetic identities, deepfakes, and the 5-layer verification stack, replacing the old approach. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cyberegalive, so you don't miss it. And the weekly updates on digital trust decoded across multiple platforms. Tell me in the comments what access in your organization today couldn't survive a real audit. See you next Saturday. Bye bye.